Hello everyone. Yeah, I actually recorded this when I was working on it, so I figured I might as well show a little bit of my how I work, just as a little teaser for what I'm gonna do in the future. Yeah, I made a Focusrite, how should I say it, Focusrite Scarlet Solo 3 bracket as a 3D model. So I can print it in 3D, and this is what I recorded in Blender as I was working on it. Of course, it's a little bit sped up, but you can see what I'm doing here. I'm pretty much making half of the object by using the mirror function. And of course, I'm not super experienced in using Blender, so uh, some more experienced people might already see me making some errors or like unnecessary steps. Uh, Looking back at the recording, I've already spotted some myself, but yeah, you can see me just making half of the object and then it's automatically copied over to the other side. Um, Here and there, you see me taking a little break where nothing happens, and that's where I'm remeasuring stuff on the object I'm making this for. So you can see we have the vertical wall and the holder, but now we need to make the flaps at the top where the screws have to go in. And I figured I could just copy the same object over and over again and just change the length of it. And you can see me using the measurement tool as well a little bit just to see like, oh, are the measurements correct? Did I do it right? And now I'm adding the holes, I believe. Yeah, like the Scarlet Focusrite has like rubber, how do you say that? Like rubber bottoms or feet. And I'm making holes for that so it can actually sort of like interlock into it. So it doesn't really move around as much. And after that, it's time for the screw holes. So what you can see here is that I'm using the Boolean tool and the mirror tool. 2 times the mirror tool. So I only have to make one hole pretty much in one corner, and then it copies it over to the other corners pretty much. As you can see, there are now 4 of those pillars, and if I put them on the right spot and use the Boolean tools, then suddenly you have like 4 holes. Ta-da! Super easy, right? But I started noticing like, this object is a little bit thin here. It might quickly snap if I am not careful with it. So I thought like maybe I should make it a little bit wider in the corner. Like have the triangle stuff on the inside, so it's not as steep as an angle anymore. And then I also wanted to make the flaps a little bit thicker. So in case you have a screw, you screw in and you screw in a little bit too hard, you have some extra space. Yeah, you can see it here. There's like an indent around the hole for the screws. And you can see like this isn't what I originally sketched in the beginning of the video, but the concept pretty much grows as you work on it, and like ideas start to flow into your mind, right? So here I'm opening Cura, like Ultimaker Cura, which is my 3D printing software to prepare it for 3D printing. And you can see me just testing it out, like how does it look if I export it? And then I was like, oh shit, I actually got the cylinder still in the model. And what I also did is that I put the right face on top for if I export it, so it automatically gets exported in this way. Because overhangs aren't very, how should I say it, like 3D printer friendly. So you want to not have a lot of those. It's fine if it's like a triangular or circular coming together, like the screw holes. But if it's like a horizontal flap, you don't want that on a 3D printer. So you can just see me checking everything, like, oh, okay, this works, and it's gonna take me so many hours to print. And then I figured, like, do I need all that mass? And actually, I don't, because the Focusrite is very light by design. So I figured, like, what can I do to reduce the mass and time of my printer? Because every volume you make in this design also has to be printed, right? So the less volume you have, the easier it is to print and the less material it costs. So I figured, like, well, here at the top we can add like a simple hole. I could have probably added some more, but I figured this looks nice enough. Like, I know some people like to really go for the rounded design and like make it look all smooth and stuff, but for me it was mostly a functional stuff for my streamer setup, because I changed microphones from a very old what is it, Logitech microphone to my first, well, semi-professional mic. I think it's what is it, the AT2035. And let's see, yeah, I have the audio interface connected to it, the Scarlet Solo. And the reason I made this actually is because I didn't want to have it on my shelf of my streamer setup or at my desk. I just wanted to have it out of the way. So I figured I still need to have it within reach. So I wanted to have it above my monitors, but not on top of my shelf. So I figured, like, oh, I'm just gonna make this for under my shelf. And people seem to like it. I shared it a little bit on Twitter, and actually Focusrite they responded to it. So I'm glad I recorded this as well, so I can show you how I did things. It's also a little bit of self-reflection, like, oh, what did I do again? So I can look at it later again. Also, I decided to upload this file to Thingiverse, where you can download it for free. I think it's like a non-commercial share-alike license. So you should be fine if you want to use it for personal use. If you're an artist or a streamer and you happen to have a 3D setup, like a 3D printer yourself, or you might want to get this 3D printed, it's all free. You can just download it. You just have to find a printer, which might cost some money. But yeah, it's easy to tuck your Scarlet Solo away this way. And I think I want to, like, this is pre-recorded, right? So I'm just watching it back now. But in the future, I might want to stream this a little bit more, that people can watch me work on stuff live. And even though I'm still like a novice, like I'm pretty new to 3D modeling in Blender, but I think this is my first year, I think. Yeah, first year. I started at the beginning of this year and slowly been progressing and increasing like the difficulty of stuff. I remember, like, the first time I opened this program, it was like, what the fuck is happening here? But yeah, I slowly learned bit by bit. Let's see. Yeah, we're near the end here. I just sent the print. Like, I made the file and then I started printing it, and here you can see the result from my printer. It took around, I think, 15 hours. But I'm using like the 100% speed. Some people like to rush it and make it faster, but I think this went well, and it's also fitting nicely. You can see the rubber legs of the Scarlet Solo fitting right in the bottom. So yeah, that's the end product. I don't have a picture of it hanging on my on my wall or on my shelf, because I don't want to show too much of my setup, of course. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit of a short video, but yeah, that's what I made. Hope you're happy with it. And I'll be making more stuff in the future. I'm not sure what exactly yet, but I want to make like the miniature building stuff or objects, or just maybe like a dice tower or something. Just fun projects. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I hope to see you again, maybe in some stream. All right, see you guys. Bye bye.